What's good, Meat Boys? Just want to give a quick shout out to our latest subscribers, Sukan Suriyavong and Tupael Khan. Appreciate you grilling and chilling with the boys. All right, you see the background. We've pinpointed an absolute parlay fillet for you, Meat Boys, on this one. In a little while, we got a little greedy with our last three-team parlay fillet. Nathaniel Wood did his job. Hamzat, of course, did his job versus Reese McKee. But that last fight, Alexander Gustafsson versus Fabricio Verdum, it's where it went wrong. We went 2 for 3 on that one, but let me give you this much. At Meat Boy MMA, you can check all of YouTube. We discussed in our breakdown how Alexander Gustafsson had his dive master license and considered it possibly relevant in our analysis. We're the only ones around to scope that, and technically we kind of nailed it because Gus straight up took a dive in this one. He got drowned by Fabricio Verdum. Our parlay fillet got soaked, and we're now 1-1 with our parlay fillets. Nonetheless, this week is a lock. And in the first leg, we got Charles Jourdain taking on Joshua Culibau. Jourdain is the first of this meat banger as he makes his 4th UFC appearance. He's 1-2, but his last loss was a super close fight to Andre Touchy-Feely, a grizzled vet. And before that, he TKO'd the Korean Superboy, which was quite impressive as a big underdog as well. And before that, he went the distance with Desmond Green, who is someone who's beaten many tough guys in the UFC throughout a long career. Taking on Culibau, who most recently fought against the real tarantula, Jalen Turner, and he got smashed. He was undefeated at 7-0 before that, but the level of opponents he had faced was nowhere near Jalen Turner, and we think it's nowhere near Jourdain. What are your thoughts on this first leg, Meat Boy?
Yeah, 100% agree. Going with Jourdain, I think he's going to do some Jordan flying knees, flying elbows. Kid is very explosive. I think he's even going to get a finish, possibly with an air attack, maybe Superman punch, flying knee. That's what I'm calling first or second round. There's no way it's going the distance. I think he's going to get the job done easy and early.
Yeah, so perhaps it ends up a little bit more like the Korean Superboy fight than it did against the Andre Feely fight, which was a pretty competitive back-and-forth affair. A lot of people in the community thought that Jourdain potentially did enough in that fight to win. What were your thoughts on that matchup? What stood out to you about Jourdain's game, and how was it just going to be so many levels ahead of Culibau's?
Yeah, I mean, Jourdain, he when he fought Andre Feely. Andre Feely's a tough dude, and I think everyone had him just smashing Jourdain. But Jourdain, he proved everyone wrong versus the Superboy, and then he proved everyone wrong again that he can compete at the highest level where Feely's at. And I even had him winning, to be honest. He's been looking really good and strong lately. I just don't think this guy has the experience or is going to be able to hang with Jourdain in this fight.
I'm with that. Yeah, you have Jourdain by finish. I think he's going to attack the body. I think he's going to rip that torso, soften Culibau up a little bit, and ultimately get the job done with something impressive, maybe something flying like you mentioned. So Jourdain at -445 is the first of this 2-fight meat banger. And in the second leg of this parlay fillet grill, we got Dusko Todorovich taking on Dequan the Tarantula Townsend. Dusko's a young up-and-comer, 9-0, taking on the 21-11 Dequan Townsend, who is on a 3-fight skid. He recently had a failed drug test a couple fights ago, and his skill set just doesn't seem to be quite at the UFC level. Usually when guys lose 3 straight, they're immediately sent their walking papers, so I'm analyzing this matchup as a sort of setup fight for Dusko. It's on the main card for a reason, and I just think Dusko is going to totally overwhelm Townsend in this one. What are your thoughts on Dusko versus Dequan?
Yeah, I mean, Dusko, I think, is going to destroy him. But I think this is still going to go the distance. I think it's going to be a very dominant performance. I don't really see Townsend doing much great, trying to defeat, his opponent. But he's a tough dude. He can take a hit. I don't think he's going to get finished. We've seen him in his last few fights. He's just one tough guy, has a lot of heart, just keeps pushing, keeps trying to fight. But I just don't think he's got the skill to cut it really in the UFC.
100%, no shortage of heart when it comes to Dequan Townsend. He went the distance with Devin the Brown Bear Clark, who is a tough light heavyweight in the UFC. His only time being finished was to Dauche Lungi and Bala, and that was a late 3rd round stoppage in a fight that he could have quit much earlier when was taking some meat bombs and decided to sort of grit it out ultimately to a defeat. But a tough guy for sure. But just seems like a total layup that the UFC is giving Dusko in this one. Minus 325 are Dusko's odds. So we're going to parlay the two together. 81.93 to net 49 and 29. We're back in the green. We've nailed 5 straight meat lockers, so we're going to get a little froggy with this one because we have pretty high confidence in both Air Jourdain and Dusko. It's an all-you-can-eat parlay fillet buffet. Keep grilling, keep chilling, meat boys.
You.